Hello, and welcome back for another Baldur's Gate 3 video. Today I wanted to talk about a recent interview that Swen from Larian Studios had with the Skill Up YouTube channel, some people from there, and he said a few interesting things, and I wanted to talk about it. And one of the things I found most interesting is when he was discussing how intricate the game is and how complex, weaving the story in and different things to where, people could find specific viewpoints and narrative direction after being scattered through so many different permeations and choices and everything because he wants it to be tailored like the game is your dungeon master and that you're actually playing similar to a tabletop D&D session with the game, so where your choices really matter and where you dictate where you go, and the game follows a narrative that you set forth. And he was talking about this Gamescom presentation that he picked, and he says it's a little bit spoilery. So just so you guys know, if you want to click away now or watch another video, that he talks about a genie that is cheating at a wheel of fortune type thing, and if you roll a perception check, you can do a few different things. And even if you roll a perception check, you still got to do a couple things to interact with a certain story, and you actually get changed into something. I'm going to go ahead and play it and let you guys hear what he has to say, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit.
And there was one, I picked a very small situation because I was so proud of the scripting and the writing team that were working on it. And well, actually all of the teams that were working on it, because it showed the depth of the game, but also how it came about. It was a genie who is cheating at a Wheel of Fortune. And whatever you do, you're going to lose. And this is going to be spoilery, so close your ears if you want to not hear the spoiler. If you succeed in a perception check, which is a thing that you can do in D&D, you see that there's a little glint in his beard. If you try to pickpocket him, you will discover that he has a ring of magic hand. And it's the magic hand that he's using, an invisible magic hand with which he is actually manipulating the Wheel of Fortune so that it always loses. So since it's D&D, you can steal the ring from him. So when you then talk to him again and he manipulates the wheel, says, well, shit, the wheel keeps on turning and you win the jackpot. And he says, you cheating bastard. And he said, well, you started it. And then, as you say, he says, well, do you know what happens when you are cheating against a genie? And he turns you into a cheese wheel. And you're now you look like a cheese wheel. You run around and you're playing Pac-Man with the control is great, right? So and so the team just made a piece of Pac-Man in there. That's not the end of this story. It's a super small thing. You're only going to discover it if you succeed in that perception check, right? Once you succeed in perception check, obviously you might not think of trying to pickpocket the guy. This attitude, this philosophy has been applied to every single thing through the entire game. So they've just gone bananas on it. And a lot of these people that worked on it are dungeon masters. So they've been trying to create what they would do at their tabletop and then make it possible for you in the game. Obviously, they had limits, but you will see stuff like this a lot as you travel through the world of BG.
Now, I find that fascinating that you can get so intricate and specific things in this game, and you can never find that in any playthrough. Or if you're, playing a roguish character and you're pickpocketing everything and, stealing everything, and like, oh, this guy's, cheating me. Let me go ahead and steal from him. I think that is really awesome. And the fact that a lot of these developers are dungeon masters in their own tabletop versions, so they can actually pull from experience on what they would do in their iterations of a campaign and, direct a narrative story that way. I think it's completely fantastic. And that makes me 100% more excited for this game. And to see what kind of direction that they're going to take with it, and that Larian's going to take with Baldur's Gate 3, because the first two games were absolutely phenomenal. And this is a mature game. It's shaping up to be a very dark game, it seems like. So I'm actually very curious the story that they have laid out for us, and that we can choose to dictate ourselves. Whether we be good characters, bad characters, somewhere in between, a little gray character. That's probably going to be my first playthrough. Let me know what you guys think about this little clip, and down in the comments. And do you think it's amazing? Do you, what are your thoughts? Thank you guys for stopping by and checking out the video. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the content. There's going to be much more coming in the last few days leading up to Baldur's Gate 3 and after launch. So please stay tuned for that. Also, if you guys wouldn't mind checking down the Discord, follow me on Twitter. We're trying to build up our following. Me and the wife actually have a bet going on to see if I can get to 1,000 subscribers working on this YouTube channel. So thank you guys a ton. Till next time.